Thank you, guys.
All right, guys. And we are live and we are ready and we are gonna get this thing going, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Yes.
All right. Again, like she said, tonight's title we're talking about Tyler Perry scandal. Is it truth? Is it rumors? And the dark side of Hollywood. All right. Welcome back, guys, to J&B Live. I'm your host, your boy, your uncle, whoever you want to call me. You know what I'm saying? Broker J3. You know, and again, we got a big one tonight.
Okay, guys, and I am Dr. B tonight. You know, well, some people first call me Auntie, so I can be Dr. B, Auntie, I can be Barbara, I can be all three. But tonight we're diving into some of the one of the serious headlines about a man that, you know, I mentioned earlier. I admire Tyler Perry for who he is, what he's accomplished, and what he does for the Black community. So, guys, we're going to talk about that tonight, okay?
Exactly, and that's right. Because Tyler Perry right now is facing some serious allegations, everybody.
Yes, he
but before we jump in, you know, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure you guys go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and if you're watching live on TikTok or Bigo or Instagram, make sure you guys follow us at Live with J&B, or you can go to J&B Live Podcast so that you can stay part of this conversation. Now, we're going to go ahead and jump right into the first conversation. We're going to talk about these allegations, everybody. All right, now let's break it down. Now, according to TMZ and other reports, the actor Derek Dixon, some of y'all might remember him. He appeared on Tyler Perry's show, The Oval.
Yes,
he is suing Tyler Perry for $266 million. Ooh, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Yes, it is, guys.
Now, Dixon alleges sexual harassment. Now, hey, guys, think about this. Now, we wonder, like, wow, Tyler Perry, this guy is talking about sexual harassment, inappropriate advances, and they said that this happened not only at other places but at Tyler Perry's Atlanta home, and career sabotage after he rejected those advances. Now, that's something serious right there, y'all.
Yes, it is. All right, Court Harris, Glow Sally, Hammy Ham, and Charles Turner. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate you guys and much love to you guys. Now, this is heartbreaking for me. This is just hard. It's actually hard for me to even talk about. But Dixon is claiming he lost major income. I can't remember the amount that he was talking. I may have been $400,000 or something like that, and had his character written out of the show after declining Perry's advances. In other words, he didn't want Perry to, he didn't play on the advances that Tyler Perry made to him. And of course, Tyler Perry reps have denied everything. They say it's completely false. They said it's just extortion. And that's what they're calling it, guys.
Wow. And we already know that Tyler Perry can afford that amount of money because he's a billionaire.
Yes, he can.
But he's fighting it. He clearly believes that he can win this case.
And then, okay, guys, so you ask yourself now, this can go either way. You ask yourself, okay, if he can afford the $266 million, why would he just pay it and just let it just go away? But he's saying no. So someone who loves Tyler Perry's work and legacy, I want to believe that he is innocent. In my heart, I want to believe that he's innocent. But I have to, and I admire what he's built, what he's accomplished, and like I say, he's given back so much to the Black community. And he's a platform. What he does, he has a platform where actors can perform. In other words, a lot of his cast, you guys, you've seen his movies before. It's completely Black. He's created jobs in our community, and he's told our stories, guys, through film. He's also done it through television, and he's doing it through theater. So this is why this hurts so much, because I see him as an icon.
But
because I admire him so much, bro.
But Doc B, I hate to be the devil's advocate, but me, guys. But at the same time, a lot of people feel like, hey, this stuff has been going on for years. It's about time that somebody brings this out, about Tyler Perry, because Monique, had been saying things about, how he treat people, and other people have had questions about his sexuality and stuff like that. And even in regards to some of his movies, we love some of his movies, but at the same time, a lot of people feel like his movies, kind of put down the black people, not necessarily lift up all the time.
I've heard that before, and I've heard before about him in a dress in the Medea movies and him calling it quits and then returning. I've heard all of that before, but for me, I look at the good outweigh the bad. That's how I see it. Now, that's just me personally. Guys, weigh in on it, how you feel about it. Like I say, this hurts me because I do admire Tyler Perry. I'm not saying he's perfect, but I don't know anybody that's perfect. He may have his faults or whatever, and I'm not willing to judge him just yet. See, some people out there, and I've read it on Facebook, I've seen it on TikTok and Instagram, some people are already assuming that he's guilty.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay?
Yeah, you're right about that. You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So, if you get an opportunity, there's that TMZ clip out there that actually summarizes the allegations, so you can go out there and Google that and take a look at the clips for yourself.
All right. Well, y'all know what we want right now. We want y'all thoughts, as Doc B said on it. Do you believe Dixon? Do you believe his allegations against Tyler Perry, or not? Or do you stand by Tyler Perry? If you do, hey, drop a comment right now. Let us know in the comment section how you feel. Do you feel like Dixon is telling the truth, or he's just trying to get some money? Or do you think Tyler Perry is innocent? Or do you think there may be some guilt that's hidden behind all of this for him to come out so boldly and put a lawsuit on Tyler Perry?
Yes,
let's talk about it, guys.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm looking at some of the comments on the different platforms. And here's one from Sharice in Atlanta. She says the same thing. This breaks her heart. Tyler Perry is one of our own. This is how she feels now, and I hope it's not true. Thanks for sharing, Sharice. We appreciate you sharing your thoughts on that. Okay.
All right. So you know what? Let's go ahead and jump into the nitty gritty. Let's find out, how you people feel about it. Do y'all feel like this is just rumors? Because this is dealing with this man's reputation,
yes, it is,
and his legacy. Now we all seen what happened to R. Kelly, one of the greatest to ever do it. And y'all see he's serving an 80-year sentence behind bars right now. And again, going back to that P. Diddy, major icon right now is in trial right now because of some rumors, allegations, but apparently a lot of this stuff is coming out. People are coming forward. So this may be the beginning for Tyler Perry. Who knows who may come out of the woodworks after the fact. Let's talk about this now.
Yes.
Perry's sexuality has been rumored for years. We've all heard about it. People talked about it. They ain't never seen him, with women out. Is he gay? Is he straight? Nobody don't know what's going on. And even though orientation shouldn't matter, come on, this is 2025, guys. It shouldn't matter what your sexual preference is. What you do is what you do. It has nothing to do with what other people think or believe. Now these allegations, it hit a little bit deeper.
Yes, they did.
What happens when someone's personal life and their public image collide at the same time?
And this one did hit a little bit deeper because you've got a $266 million lawsuit.
Wow.
Some of the other, and some people claim now it could be that some of the other lawsuits were less and that he could have possibly paid them off and they just swept it under the rug. I don't know. Like I say, I don't judge people like that. I like some evidence to support that claim. Okay. So Perry has built an empire, guys, with stories that reflect real life struggles for Black people. He talks about faith. He talks about resilience, family. But beyond that, he's put people to work when nobody else would. studios ignored black actors. You guys know that now. Perry created his own. That's why he's a billionaire. That's what I admire most about him. The contributions that he's made to our culture, the black culture, and the economy.
Yeah, well, I'll agree with you on that one. Tyler Perry has put a lot of people to work.
Yes, he has. Yes,
a lot of people to work, especially in the Atlanta area. Now, we know he's giving back too. Remember the $1 million donation to the NAACP, the Legal Defense Fund, or when he paid off customers' layaways at Christmas.
I remember that.
Tyler Perry has been a game changer.
Yeah.
We have to be real about that.
Yes, he has. And even from launching Tyler Perry Studios on a former Confederate Army base, guys, in Atlanta, to make sure black people own their own narratives. That's what he was able to do. That's what he is able to do. That legacy that he has created cannot be overlooked.
That's right. That was Fort McPherson.
Yes.
I remember that. All right, guys. While we're here, we don't want you guys to miss any one of our shows at all, but we want to ask you this: who's got power in Hollywood? Who's got the power in Hollywood? We know Tyler Perry got some power.
Yes, he does.
In Hollywood. Let's be real now. Especially starting off early with the backing of Oprah.
Yeah.
I mean, we know he is a powerhouse.
Yes, he is.
So make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, Live with J&B, and we want to talk about this thing now. Yeah. Now let's talk about the dark side of Hollywood, since we're talking about who's got the power,
who's got the money.
Let's widen our lenses just a little bit.
Thank you.
Tyler Perry's situation is a part of a larger pattern. Powerful figures leveraging their status. Think about Harvey Weinstein, or R. Kelly, as I talked about before, or what's happening right now with P. Diddy. Different cases, similar allegations.
Okay, guys. So, guys, this is what makes this so difficult. When someone like Tyler Perry, who created so much good for the community, is accused, it forces us to examine the entire industry. That's why we're looking at Hollywood in general. No one should ever feel pressured to swap career for sex. And that's what he's being accused of.
Yeah, exactly. Power dynamics in Hollywood run deep, y'all. Every aspiring actor hopes to make it. Unfortunately, some people exploit that. That's why we're hearing all these allegations and how it hit so hard. We've heard so many stories about, entertainment just in general, whether it be in the music or the movies, and hell, even sports, where these people are talking about how they had to do something, to get ahead. I think Cat Williams actually talked about that too.
Yes, he did.
In the comedy, and getting into movies, how, he's seen some strange things that people have done to get their career off the ground, jump started. Yeah. So hey, this is something that's been kind of hard, but we've been hearing it so much, and in recent years, it's just been really off the chain, guys.
It is, and what makes me, kind of upset is Tyler Perry now. Who is it going to be next? Right now, people need to protect themselves, not just in Hollywood, but also because you don't know who will be next. So if you have a little money or whatever, you want to protect what you have. So you want to think about that. So guys, please comment, give us a comment, let us know what you guys are thinking. Eric, thank you for joining us. Bobby, we got Grandma and Kat. Thank you for joining us as well. Thank you guys. Now we got something.
Now I wanted to say this. I want to jump in on this real quick now.
Okay.
Now keep in mind now we're talking about some of these entertainment people, sports people, and whatnot like that. But hey, remember, this goes deeper than that. Goes down to the church too.
Oh, I know.
Because there's been a lot of bishops, preachers, with allegations of sexual abuse. So this ain't just in the entertainment industry. This is everywhere, guys. This is everywhere.
All right. So we've got a comment from Dominique. She says, no one is above accountability. I agree with you 110%. Tyler Perry has done great things for the community, but if this is true, it can't be ignored. I agree. He should be prosecuted. I agree. Or he should, he's being sued for $266 million, and this just a civil suit. That's my understanding. So that person just wants to be paid. Thank you for your honesty, Dominique. We appreciate your comments. Thank you.
And see, you know what? See, it's popping up because it's happening so much now. Let's look at Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
$200 million deal down the drain. Mm-hmm. Because of same exact situation what we talking about. Now, what's crazy, guys, is these people are coming at their pockets. They're not coming at them filing criminal charges against them. Mm-hmm. They're coming at them civilly, coming at their pockets, their reputation, their legacy. They coming after everything.
Yeah, and so be mindful, protect what you have. That is the time, because right now, like I said, that's Hollywood that we're talking about. This could easily have happened in, locally or in the larger cities or whatnot. You have to protect what you have. But so what we want to talk about next is, what does fighting the lawsuit mean? How do you fight it?
Now that's something else to consider. Because Perry, he could pay the settlement.
Yeah.
Now we already know he's more than capable. But come on, guys, $266 million. That's a lot of money.
Yes, it is, but he's a billionaire, so
sure.
That's probably a little chump change to Tyler Perry.
And it's nowhere near his net worth, but he's still choosing to fight it.
Yes, he is, and that's important to me. That means he'd rather protect his name and his legacy. That means he must feel strongly, this is just my personal opinion now, that he can fight those allegations and that those allegations will be proved to be false. It's a huge risk for him to take, but so is doing nothing. Because if he were to ignore it and pay the $266, is that just like he admitting guilt? That's something for you guys to think about. So chime in, Nikki Boo. Let us know what you're thinking. Eric and Tush Shaw. Let us know what you're thinking. How do you feel about what's going on with Tyler Perry? Should he settle with that $266 million, or should he fight it?
Hey guys, let me do a quick check-in with you guys. If you guys think he should fight it, put a 1 in the chat. If you guys think Tyler Perry should fight this lawsuit, put a 1 in the chat. If you guys think he should go ahead and settle, put a 2 in the chat. Okay. Again, if you want Tyler Perry to fight it, put a 1 in the chat. If you think he should settle, put a 2 in the chat. We want to see what you guys think. We appreciate your comments right now.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you, Cassie.
Say mental
says 1.
Yeah, he should fight it.
He should fight it. I agree with you, Mental. I'm with you on that one. Come on, guys. What are you thinking? Lily 10, what do you think? Let us know, guys, what you're thinking. I'm 1. I think he should fight it. What do you think, Broker J3? What do you think?
I think he should fight it too. If he truly is serious, that these are just somebody that's just coming after his pockets. Mm-hmm. I really believe he should fight it.
Yeah. Me too. Okay, guys. All right, now
you got to protect your name.
Yes, you do. I agree with you 100% on that. Okay, guys. So, he's protecting his name and his legacy. So I feel like he feels strongly that he can win.
Okay. And that's where the public opinion really matters too, Doc B, because all these articles, all the listeners, all the comments, every lawsuit detail, everything, it all shapes what people believe.
Yes,
just like even us talking about it right now, it's hard for some of us to even fathom, it's like, wow, you hear garbage all the time.
Yes,
but
it's so many lies out there on these social media sites.
But it's a difference when you just hear the rumors, people just talking, but when you take the time to go file a lawsuit, that's deep right there. Yeah, that's you going that extra mile. Yeah, right there,
that is true. But what I want everyone to do is, if you're out there on these social media sites and people are making the comments, some people are making uninformed comments when they don't know the whole story. Don't be rushed to judge someone when you don't know the full story.
That's right. Because
that's what we do sometimes.
Because just because P. Diddy had over 1,000 bottles of baby oil, that don't mean he was going down that slippery slope.
Yeah, don't necessarily mean that. But people make that assumption, Broker J3. They make that assumption that of what he was doing with the baby oil. They just make the assumption without knowing the full story.
That's right. That's right. That's right, guys. And you know what, guys? We appreciate you guys for listening to J&B Live Podcast. Right now, I just want to take a moment to ask you guys, please take a few moments right now while you guys are on with us and follow us on whatever platform you enjoy, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever platform you enjoy checking out, even if it's multiple platforms. Make sure you guys go check out Live with J&B, or for some of our audio listeners out there, remember, check us out at J&B Live Podcast. Get the exclusive polls, the extra interviews, and some episode sneak peeks. We here, guys.
Okay, guys. Now, my final thoughts is some of you are probably saying, well, she's just a Tyler Perry fan and she just believes that he's innocent. I just believe a person is innocent until they're proven guilty. So that's my thought behind that. Don't prosecute someone when you don't know the full story. So even though I admire Tyler Perry, if he's guilty, then he should pay. You do the crime, you pay the fine. This is, that's how I feel about it. So, although I admire Tyler Perry deeply, because of his art, because of, his generosity, because of his leadership in the community. Like I said, this is very painful for me, and my heart goes out to everyone that's involved. Whatever the truth is, it needs to come to light. Survivors deserve to be heard. If that young man is, if his case is valid, and then he needs to be heard. And those wrongly accused deserve justice as well. So let's just wait and see what the evidence shows.
I hear you on that, Dr. B. I hear you. And I'll say this, my final thoughts on this, Dr. B, is that, nobody is perfect, okay? Even our heroes, people that we look up to, people that we admire, nobody in this world is perfect. We all come with our own faults. Let's all just keep watching this closely. Stand by what we believe is right.
Yes.
That's what we have to do. Stand by what we believe is right. And I'll say this, and I think this means a lot to me in regards to a lot of these things that's going on right now with some of these celebrities and big folks. Remember this, guys. Accountability is important, no matter who you are. Accountability is important, no matter who you are.
Okay, guys. Now, thank you guys for listening to J&B Live Podcast. We thank you guys for your support. I'm going to give some final shout outs. Thank you, Mental Chillness, for sticking with us. I think you've pretty much been here for a while, maybe the whole podcast. Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Yes.
Come back again. Make sure you follow.
Dennis Evans, thank you for joining us as well. We appreciate you guys. This was a very hot topic, and it's something that needed to be discussed, and we wanted to discuss it because it's not just what goes on in Hollywood. It's also, this could be some things that's going on at your job. As Broker J3 said earlier, it could be something that's going on in the church where people are swapping a career for sex. So, this is something that needed to be discussed because it's Tyler Perry now, but who is it going to be next week?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So, guys, be sure that you like and you share and you subscribe and you join our conversation on YouTube with Live with J&B. And we're going to have this podcast out there for our audio listeners as well.
Exactly. And for some of our audio listeners, you can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, Pandora, wherever you guys get your audio podcast listening enjoyment from. Just look for J&B Live Podcast, and you will see me and Doc B. And you guys can enjoy every episode of J&B Live Podcast. Guys, we appreciate you for joining us this evening. We had a great time.
Yes.
And until next time, I'm your boy Broker J3.
And I'm Dr. B.
And as always, guys, let's talk about it.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys.